Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I thought the last video I uploaded regarding the teaching practice market scheme will be the last video I'm going to upload on Delta State University teaching practice exercise. But I've been getting a lot of questions in the comment section regarding how we have to go about the filling of the logbook and all that. And I feel there is need for me to do some corrections on it, talking about the way we have the right way in which we have to fill the logbook. There's something I do say. Most of us don't even know the number of time we'll be going to a class to teach. So if you don't know the number of time you'll be going to a class to teach, that means you should not even bother filling this your logbook. I repeat, if you don't know the number of time you have to go to a class and teach, please don't bother to touch this one yet. If you don't have the scheme of work from the school, I'm not talking about the one they gave you online. First of all, meet with the head teacher there, ask for the scheme of work. If they can, if they say go and search for anyone, that's fine. But I believe that they are going to provide the scheme of work for you. So after providing the scheme of work and after knowing the number of time, which is the timetable, that is when you have to touch this very book. Because if you touch it without knowing the number of time you are going to class to teach, if you touch it without knowing your scheme of work, that means there is a higher tendency that you might cancel in this your logbook. And you know, any cancellation might affect the supervision. If your lecturer comes to supervise and you see that there are lots of cancellation, you just feel like this person doesn't know what he or she is doing. And the mark that's supposed to be awarded to you may not be. So please stay tuned and let's watch this video together. Okay, let's get started. Now, if you look at, I said the first thing that you should be looking at is the scheme of work. So if you get the scheme of work, I believe that it ranges from week 1 down to week 12. But we are going to stay there just for 6 weeks. So our main focus will be from week 1 to week 6. So if you have gotten the scheme of work, that's fine. Now let's go to the next stage. That is the timetable. The timetable, some persons are actually confused. How many times do you enter a class? I'm saying, how many times will you enter? Maybe you are teaching SS1. How many times will you enter SS1A? How many times are you going to enter SS1B? So if you are entering SS1A 3 times, SS1B will still be 3 times. So I'm not saying the total number of times you are going to enter SS1. Like the particular class, that SS1A or that GS1A, how many times are you going to enter to teach? Some person is 2, some is 3. So let's assume that we are working with these 2. For those who are teaching, let's say I'm taking basic science, and the number of time I'm to enter SGS1A is twice in a week. So I'm going to fall back with this whole idea into my teaching units. So the first thing, get the scheme of work from the school. Then the second thing, go and get their timetable and know the number of times you'll be teaching in a particular class. I'm not saying the whole of GS1. I'm saying a particular one, like I should be specific, this particular arm, GS1A, GS1B, I'm talking about that GS1A and that class that is assigned to you. So how many times you are going to teach that very class? So we are working with you. And some places they will tell them that go and teach full GS1, maybe GS1 you are taking mathematics, GS2 you are taking English, GS2 you are taking basic science. That's what they give to some students. I'm just saying, like 3 different subjects. So if you fall a victim of this, what you have to do is very, very simple. Observe the 3 classes. Which of these particular subjects do you know better? Which of them does the student flow very well with you? If it is the basic science, then your logbook should be only on basic science. Don't go and put mathematics and those on they are just general. You can sign up to teach them, but they have assigned them to you, so you read. But in your logbook, the particular subject you are teaching, that is the one you love, the one you feel like if a supervisor should come at any time, you can tell me that's the one you are to go with. That's the one you feel there. The other one should just be, you can use your ordinary one to do those work. But for the one you feel this particular one is very, very important, use the logbook. So you are not to write 2 subjects. You are not talking about primary section, I'm talking about the secondary section now. You are not to write 2 subjects in this your logbook. Only in mathematics, only in English, no. Basic science, no. Just work with only one. So now let's get to the teaching unit. So now just look at the board. In the teaching unit, this is a 6-week teaching unit. Let's say 6 weeks teaching unit. Now in this is how the teaching unit should look like. The first one is the week, which is the serial number, the topics to be taught, the performance objective, the content, activities, method and material. Then the last one is what? Evaluation. This is, we don't have anything like student, what's it called? Student activity, teacher activity. Those ones they are in your textbook. They are not in this your teaching practice logbook or handbook. So please work with this very well. This is what you have in your teaching practice handbook. So the blueprint is already here. You have to work with what they have here, not what you have in your textbook. So now let's get started. If you look at this very well, Let's assume that I said we are going to be teaching two topics. We are teaching twice in a week, and we have six topics. So let's assume my first week I will be teaching, let's say, matter. I want to teach something that everybody is familiar with, so that I can easily relate. Matter. Then my performance objective will be, by the end of the lesson, by the end of the lesson, students should be able to, number one, let's say, define matter. Then number two, list the states of matter. Number three, let's say, identify the example of the states. Then number four, let us say, physiochemical properties of matter. Physiochemical properties of matter. Please, I'm just writing it like this, but the truth is that it should not be in this format. Define matter, list the states of matter. You should be specific. List three states of matter, identify five examples of each of the states, then list three physiochemical. So it should be specific, it should be measurable. So I believe you have gotten this already. I've already explained this in my other video. So please, the objective should be specific and should be measurable, not list the state of matter. Whenever you person list one and I said that's the only one we have, so please, it should be list three states of matter. We have three, we have four, we have five. So just like that. So if you want them to list it, I tell them list five states of matter, so that they will know what they are doing. Now the content will now be, this is just for week one, oh please. Then after here, you now go to week two. Then my week one will now be the first content, first objective, definition of matter. So this is how you go about it. Then number two, state of matter. State of matter. Then number three is identification of the examples of the example of matter. Then number four is physiochemical properties of matter. So this is how you do it. So after getting this now, remember, okay, let me still continue. After getting this, you now go straight to the activities and method. During the class, what are we going to do? So student, and what I'm going to write here is that let's say students, let me just put a column here to make the whole work fast. Student define matter. Number two, student list the state of matter. It's also the same thing, almost the same thing with this one. Number three, student identify the states of matter with examples. Okay. Then number four, then I'll now go to students, they list the physiochemical properties of matter. So those are the things you are going to do in the class. So those are the things you just have to input here. If you have any what's it called again, any material you want to give to them, for example, I presented, like during this state of matter, during this identification, I'm going to present let's say water to them, I'm going to present an air to them, I'm going to present which is that thing again, maybe a stone to them. I will now bring them here. Students identify this, and this, and classify them into each of the state of matter. So those are my method and activities. What I'm going to do in the class should be in this place. Then I'll now come to evaluation. By the end of the lesson, students should be able to, I'll just write student objective is by the end. This is already at the end of the lesson. So what should they do? Then I'll now write student define or give the definition of matter. Number two, student list five states of matter. Number three, student identify the examples of matter. Number four, physiochemical properties. So just like that. But the only difference is that this one now, you don't tell them that number two, list three states of matter. No, is wrong. The content should be state of matter, identification of the examples of matter, like they are the subtopic. All your subtopic, that's where you bring to this place. So after doing something like this for week one, then the next thing you have to think of is, how many times will I go into the class? Twice. So my first time, I'm going to divide this into two. So my first class, I'm going to teach them the definition and the state of matter only. So I have two objectives already. So I will now come to the next week. The next week I have my second period in that class. Remember, I said I'm going to teach them twice in a week. So my first period I will take them definition of matter and state of matter. While my second period I will take them identification of the examples of matter and physiochemical properties of matter. That's how we do it. Then this one two will be my evaluation for the other one. This one two will be my evaluation for the first one. But these two evaluation again, I can decide to expand it again to give me three objective. I can decide to expand these two again to give us three objectives. So this is how you should fill the first one. Then after filling this, you go to number two, you write the next topic. So please just observe this closely, and if you have any question you feel you don't understand, open to page 4 and 5 in your teacher practice logbook. You are going to get an insight on that. And after listening to this, you don't still understand, then you can drop a comment. You can leave a comment in my comment section. I'm going to attend to that immediately. Hold it. Why have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? My name is Community Visionary Gideon, CEO Gideon Academy. You do watch my content, but you don't drop a comment, you don't like, you don't share, you have not subscribed. Why? So please, what are you waiting for? I want to like this video, smash the subscription button, and don't forget to leave a comment. Thank you all. Stay blessed.